Yo, what's up? It's your boy P Lot, aka the Brick Slinger, and guess what? Your boy got something to say. Now, two things that have been popping off this week that I'm gonna speak on. Um, we all seen the inauguration of Biden Harris administration, but I'm gonna get on that later. Let's go before that. Dr. King's holiday. Some of you may know, some of you may not know, but there's a video that Black Lives Matter either endorse, encourage in some shape or form for women to twerk on Dr. King's birthday, Dr. King's holiday, and it is actually seeing a young woman twerking on twerking in DC's infamous monument memorials. We're talking twerking on Lincoln Memorial, twerking on the grass with the Washington monument in the background. Even twerking in front of Dr. King's own statue, I believe, and it's ridiculous. And it's endorsed in some shape or form by Black Lives Matter. In fact, it seemed like Black Lives Matter encouraged the idea, encouraged that. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I would love to believe that's not the case. However, if it is the case, here's my thing. Have anybody seen the episode of Boondock when there was an episode where Dr. King comes back to life in some shape or form, and it turns out he wasn't dead, but more like in a coma, and he comes back to life in this type of time, and he sees that his whole world has been flipped up. It's no longer the 60s anymore. It's no longer the time where you're fighting for freedom and you're fighting for equality, you're fighting for civilization, respect. It's no longer that. It's now the time where all of that has been literally taken for granted. He's trying to be himself in a place where he can't really adapt to, because it's not really much of his character or much of what we expect from the likes of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So I'm practically at the end where he tried to set up like a sermon event at a church like he used to back then, tried to endorse it same way he used to back then, only to find out that it's not gonna be you know what I'm saying, what he used to. It was different because he's in a different time, and he's no longer that influential like he used to be. I mean, he would walk around and see his face on like a McDonald's type of advertisement and wondering why he never made trademark of that. Even if in real life he wasn't thinking about being a trademark, but more of being a leader of civil rights. What crazy enough is that when he gets to the church, he sees all these crazy uh crazy stereotypical black folks in the church doing all the crazy stuff, the fighting, the twerking, the dancing, the lights flashing, and all this stuff, and he wasn't, that's what he wasn't expecting. He was expecting a civilized congregation just sitting down getting ready to hear the word from Dr. King, but instead he saw a concert field, club field type of congregation, and everybody's doing all this crazy stuff, but when it's time for him to speak, he wanted to get their attention, and Once he realized he couldn't get their attention the way he gets down, he had to become radical. He had to become radical. He had to be like, will y'all shut up? You know what I'm saying? He had to be like, look, I usually don't say the N-word, but this is what I see. I see a bunch of, you know what I'm saying? He see a bunch of this. I see a bunch of that. I've seen everything so far since I came out of my coma, and I do not like it. Do not even bother me with this stuff. I hope you got the episode with y'all, whether it's on streaming network or y'all got the DVD, whatever the case may be. Once y'all find this episode, check it out and see what is going on. Because this is where I'm finna lead. This is where I'm leading to. That particular video that popped off on Dr. King's holiday this past Monday is basically a taste of what we saw on that episode of Boondock. Excuse me. It is crazy. Like, you got this woman twerking on the holiday, celebrating a brother that trying to bring that was. It's really hard to really accept that this is coming from this is coming from Black Lives Matter, the organization. Now, if you check on my previous videos dealing with protesting, I'll let it be known I don't support the organization. I support the movement, but not the organization, because the organization does not support, or well, I want to say support, but don't look out for the likes of black men as much as they look out for the likes of black women, black children, and even black gays and lesbians and transsexuals and queers and all that stuff. Like, I don't support the organization because it doesn't look out for the whole black community like that. And I could be wrong again. I could be wrong, but chances are you could probably still see it on their principles on their website. Like, they don't really support black families as a complete family. You know what I'm saying? They see it as a westernized structure family for a man, woman, and their children. They don't see it that way. I see it. They don't like that. They want to call it something else instead of calling it what it is, a family structure. Or can't get no wrong with that. But we'll speak on that later. But my thing is this. At this point, we're going to a direction that Dr. King never wanted to go. He wouldn't lead no young lady to twerk on an American holiday like that. He wouldn't. So why would any organization or anybody that are black would even dare encourage women to degrade themselves on a man who wouldn't even degrade women? And many people will try their best to call out his past and say, well, in that case, this is the same guy that cheated on his wife. There's no proof of that. There is no proof of this man ever cheating on Coretta Scott. None. No, you could say, well, it was recorded by the FBI. I mean, you got to think about it. It's the FBI. And at that time, J. Edgar Hoover was that dude that was trying to make sure that there was not one person in the black community trying to do what Dr. King was doing, what Malcolm X was doing, Stokely, you name it, even Garvey, Black Panther parties, you name it. He was trying to make sure that that doesn't happen, that there was no black messiah. You know what I'm saying? And for him to even try to accuse Dr. King of cheating, and yet there's not one woman that he quote unquote cheated on ever stepped up and said, yeah, we had sex. But yet we got an organization that's scream Black Lives Matter, which it does. But But if y'all trying to make the vision and the goals the big thing, but yet encourage someone to twerk, like, this is not me saying I'm against twerking. This is me saying don't dishonor a man that try to make things at least civilized for us in the eyes of the same people and system that says otherwise. Don't do that to this man. Don't do that to this man. This man been gone for 40 plus years. 50, we're getting even closer. If we want to be calculate, this man been gone for a half a century. And you want to honor this man on a holiday that honors him? You gonna encourage encourage a young lady to twerk on this holiday? That's not the type of holiday to be twerking on in the first place. This is real crazy, man. And it's like we're trying to. It's like every time we try to, as Black people, we try to take a step forward to trying to be equal, trying to be civil in the eyes, trying to be civilized, and then we take two steps back because somebody trying to be stereotypical. And the sad part is, it's coming from an organization that don't seem to understand, like, what is going on with Black Lives Matter organization. Like, this ain't me being against them, but this is me wondering, what in the world is y'all doing? What is y'all thinking? Yes, what happened in the Capitol, U.S. Capitol was messed up, but at the same time, don't give these people more reason not to respect us. Don't give these people more reason not to respect us. Because as long as that video exists, even if they decided to take down the video, it would not change the fact that it would still say BLM says twerk on MLK Day. And as Black folks, if we encourage that, that's gonna fall on us. So if we're trying to be civilized, we trying to make them see us as civilized citizens. We need to encourage each other and even hold each other accountable. Hold each other accountable as we try to be civilized in this crazy society known as this world. But that's just me, man. If you like it, don't like it, you feel like what I'm saying is right, you feel like what I'm saying is wrong, there's the comment board. Use it, please. Subscribe, please. You know what I'm saying? I want to make more videos this year than I did last year. So please. And I don't do much begging or pleading, but help me to do more. You know what I'm saying? Help me to understand what is going on in this world. I may be in my 30s, but I'm still learning. That's why I'm still considering myself the student of life for life. Let me know something. Help me to understand something. And please, if you disagree, that's one thing, but please be respectful. It's your boy P-Lot, aka the Brick Slinger. And as always, continue to sharpen one another. Support the kingdom. Take care and God bless. Laborers.